right, now Pisces. Take a deep breath for me. All right, Pisces. I'm sorry I've been gone for a while. Well, I haven't been gone, but I haven't been on YouTube. So, hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Tings, and I'm your host, Boogie Down Bronx, here to take care of the spicy Pisces. Now, Pisces, or everybody, whoever you are watching this, I'm sure you've noticed that I have not been on YouTube lately. Hold on, let me get this together. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, I haven't been posting as much on YouTube. I've honestly been very focused on my Patreons, my Virgo and Pisces Patreon. Shout out to the Virgo and Pisces group, and my regular Patreon. So I've been pouring a lot of content into those areas. So if you are a Pisces placement and you're struggling right now, or you're needing a little extra guidance, I do have a group that I've been active in where I've been posting everything for the different transits coming up. We've done live streams, we've done Reiki sessions, different things like that. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, you can check the description box down below to see more information on how to join. Or if you want more information from me, you can reach out directly and I'll help you, guide you through what everything is. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is not working. It doesn't want to work today. Usually it's perfectly fine. Today it's a little wonky. But yeah, I just wanted to tap in with Pisces placements because there's a huge month coming up for you and it's Pisces season now. So happy birthday if you're a Pisces sun. Pisces season is going to be epic. It's going to be life-changing, monumental for a lot of you guys. And on a collective level, we'll also be feeling it too. Because there's a lot of shifting around going on for Pisces placements and Aries too. But yeah, Pisces, so we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about it. I do have a live stream I plan on doing on YouTube, and I have a Q&A I'm doing on my Patreon. So we should get everybody caught up to speed with the changes that are happening here. So let's get into some energy. All right, let's first do what you need to surrender for March. All right, for Pisces season and for March. What do Pisces need to release at this time? What do Pisces need to release at this time? All right, so, or what do they need to surrender? All right, so you guys surrender your fear of intimacy. I know it's a little hard to see with that blue light, but you are ready to let love in, compassionately identify, and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. And then you have surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. Okay. So right off the bat with these two energies, I do feel like there are some blockages that are preventing you from getting close to people. And I was seeing some of this in your readings when I was doing like all signs readings for January and for February. But yeah, there's some blockages with intimacy here where your guard is up, or you're not fully allowing people to come to you, or, you know, you're doing a lot of pushing and trying to get other people to come to you instead of waiting for, or you're trying to get into their space instead of being more open and receptive and allowing the right people to come to you. So especially if you find yourself chasing the wrong types of people, you're chasing people that don't want you in the same way, or they're not available. There is a deep fear of intimacy, even though on the surface it may not seem like it, because you're like, well, I do want love, I do want to connect. But if you're trying to connect with people that aren't trying to connect with you, then there is a intimacy issue there, because you're not truly connecting. You're not truly finding people that are available on the same level. And so there's a blockage there that is making you yearn for people who are not available, or maybe who you've made them to be in your mind is not truly who they are in reality. And so it's like you have to find this congruency between, okay, I know what I'm looking for, but these other types of people that I'm wanting or I'm chasing are not that. So finding the middle ground with it. Now, let's get into a little bit of shadow work for you Pisces. And before I get into the shadow work, I will talk about what's happening for March. So March being a big month for Pisces, it's going to be, we have two retrogrades. Both of them start in Aries, but then they end in Pisces. So the beginning of the month, it'll be in Aries all the way till the end of March. Then it'll move into Pisces. So you'll be feeling these retrogrades, Mercury and Venus. Go back and watch my Mercury and Venus retrograde. It is public on YouTube. If you missed it, where I explain the dates and what that means. So that's where you're going to be affected. Then we have an eclipse in Virgo, which is opposite of Pisces, opposite your sign, which is still significant to you. We have, I'm trying to think, Neptune moves into Aries. So Neptune's been in Pisces for 14 years, moving into Aries. So the end of a transit before it changes sign is always very significant. So if you have Pisces placements, you may feel this energy. And looking at where you have Pisces in your birth chart may also tell you some things there. So yeah, that's a couple things that's happening. And then, of course, the North Node is in Pisces right now. So the next 18 months, well, now we're like about 17 months in. 17 months are going to be significant as far as you being pushed towards your life purpose, growing, fated changes, especially during the times of eclipses and Pisces eclipses. The last Pisces eclipse we had was back in September. The next one we have will be this September in your sign. All right. So look out for that. It will be a full moon in Pisces in Virgo season. So a lot of pivotal moments, a lot of fated changes for Pisces and Virgos. That's why I made the group for us. So we kind of know what's happening, when the dates, how to be prepared and have the knowledge. But that's what's happening. So let's talk about your shadow work. What's the shadow work for Pisces in March? What is some shadow work they need to be addressing, releasing, acknowledging? What's the shadow work for Pisces, please? You got the 8 of Swords. It almost came out in reverse, but it did not. You got the 7 of Swords reverse. You got the 10 of Wands, Queen of Wands reverse. All right, so we're going to use my little shadow work booklet to find it, because the shadow work booklet is where it's at. Let me see. The Swords. All right, here's the Swords. So the 8 of Swords, you are, your own thinking and worry is trapping you. Seek advice from someone trustworthy and accomplished. Upright, restricted, and trapped. So this is the shadow work here. 8 of Swords. So your own mind, our own minds can be our own worst enemies, right? So it's like the way we are thinking about a situation. We can't control what thoughts pop into our heads, but we can control how much we think about it and what we think towards it. And this is a practice, okay? This is not something that we're just born knowing how to do. This is something that we have to learn. It's a skill. I was reading a book called Don't Believe Everything You Think, and it's very helpful with breaking that down and how to do that. I think it's on my Amazon storefront, which is in my description box if you want to check that book out. It's really helpful. I've read it. But yeah, so your suffering is coming from your mind, okay? Not just your circumstances. Our suffering always comes from our mind, our thought process, how we're thinking about our struggles. Us feeling like a victim, us feeling inadequate, us feeling like we're unworthy of something. Okay, so it's all about a mindset shift. And I know that might sound cliche, but this is the shadow work card. It's telling you that look to your mind, look to the way that you are perceiving things, look to the way that you're thinking about something, and try to start with that. That is the root of your suffering right now, is the way that you are thinking about the situation. Let's look at the 7 of Swords. Time to take your ideas and thoughts elsewhere. You may need to do so quietly and secretly. And it's in reverse. Deception and theft. Okay, so I'm kind of getting two things for this. One is like something is stealing your energy. Something is distracting you, or something is taking away from your mind. There's something that you're giving a lot of thought to that you need to shift your focus away from. For some of you, it's like a spiritual thing. You need to cleanse, you need to ground, you need to do a cord cutting, something like that, where something is taking your energy, or somebody's taking your energy, your mind. It's almost like playing tricks on you, right? With the Seven of Swords in reverse, you're not fully seeing things clearly for some reason. Why? I'm not 100% sure, because this is just a couple shadow work cards. Let's look at the Ten of Wands. Let's look at the Ten of Wands. These are swords. Is this the wands? Okay. It is time to say no and set limits. You do not have enough energy right now. This is upright. Obligations and devotions. So 10 of Wands in your shadow work card, you're taking on a lot of extra burden. Okay, a lot of extra burdens, finances, obligations. You need to set some boundaries with that there. And then Queen of Wands, you need to show confidence. If not, fake it until you feel it. Reverse, insecure and narcissistic. So the shadow work card, there's a lot of, and at the bottom of this deck, you have surrender, low self-esteem. There's a lot of, for you Pisces, like not fully believing in yourself, right? There's not enough confidence. Mentally, you're in a place, and this is not for all of you. Take it how if it resonates for you, okay? Mentally, you're not fully in a place where you trust yourself, or you trust your intuition, or you trust your thinking, or maybe your mind is overriding your intuition. There's a lot of self-doubt. There's a lot of talking yourself out of things. There's a lot of questioning things. There's a lot of hesitating to take the next step. Is telling you that you have to regain your confidence in yourself, or in your mind, or trusting yourself, your body, your intuition, so that you can come back. You're straying somewhere. You're straying somewhere else. But we have to figure out why. I don't know why yet. Where are you going? Who is taking you out of your body? Or what is taking you away from your mind, or your body? Your mind is taking away from your body, but what is taking your mind away? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so let's talk about let's get into my everything oracle deck and see what is taking away Pisces confidence. How do they get back into their body and get their minds aligned? How can Pisces get back into, I feel like it's somebody for a lot of you. Tell me more for Pisces. Forgiveness. What else for Pisces? What is taking away from Pisces mind and body? Healing. Ask for help. Fun or party. Okay, so a couple things we got here. We have guilt. We have single. Some of you, this is a period where you are more so meant to, if you are feeling very distracted, very lost, very like outside of yourself, being single and like, focusing on purity. For some of you, I'm kind of hearing like celibacy, like taking your body back. Even though you have this surrender, this fear of intimacy, which is about connecting with other people. Before you can connect with other people, you have to understand like who you really want to connect with. And so for a lot of you, it's like a fear of just connecting with anybody, but it's more so deeper than that. You have to learn, okay, why am I afraid to connect? And the certain types of people that I've connected with previously, I want to try to avoid those people, or, do things differently. You have guilt. So there's some type of guilt that you're carrying, either for wanting to be by yourself or wanting to do something. Okay. And that guilt is feeding on your mind and your thoughts because you're wanting to do something else. And I did speak on this in my last video for Pisces. I did an all signs reading in January where I was like, when the nodes shift into Pisces, the North Node, you are going to be pushed to make your own decisions, be more selfish. And there is some guilt that follows with that. Okay. Because that you're just trying to make decisions for yourself, and of course other people may get affected by that. So you have asked for help, stop searching for external answers. So a lot of you trying to figure things out on your own is not really working. Some of you may need a professional to help you sift through these thoughts, maybe a mentor, maybe someone you trust. I am getting that there's a lot of things in your mind. There's just a lot of stuff swirling around where you need to talk to somebody about it. You need to get it out. You need to have a different perspective. You need to reach out. You have healing. Some of you are still healing, which is why you're still feeling lost, and that's a process in itself. You have it will work out. So having more faith, believing in things that are going to work out. You have forgiveness. Some of you are still holding a burden of anger or resentment. That's why I said there's somebody pulling your energy away from you, and you're angry. Some of you are at somebody, you're hurt at somebody, and it's hurting you. All right. And there's always a lot of stigma around forgiveness and talking about forgiveness that I don't feel like people should get so defensive about, if somebody's telling you you should forgive. Because forgiveness is not you allowing people to hurt you and mistreat you still and letting them in your life, whatever. If you are feeling angry every single day, if you're burdened, if you're frustrated, if you're stressed, if it's making you be a miserable person because you're so upset and it's blocking your creativity, it's blocking your love, it's blocking your heart, I feel like you should try to find that forgiveness so that you can free yourself of that. It's not for the other person. It's not so that somebody else wins. It's for you. If it is really affecting you that much, you do have to find some type of empathy for yourself, forgive something so that you can heal. Because a lot of you guys here, there's something that's taking away from you, or somebody is taken away from you, and it's a resentment of somebody else, or it's anger towards somebody else, and it's stopping you from connecting with other people, stopping you from connecting with your children, with your family, with your friends, because you're in that energy. You have to release that. And the North Node and Pisces is a sign of empathy and forgiveness and compassion. Okay, so if not, you're not trying to forgive somebody else, forgive yourself so that you can be free and let go and feel better. Alrighty, we need to do that because there's something, again, it's taken away from you, and you're allowing it to be taken away, and you're not even aware of it for a lot of you. All right, let's see what else is coming towards Pisces in March. What else is coming towards Pisces in March 2025 that they should be aware of? Ten of Wands again, something burdensome, burdening you. What else is coming towards Pisces? Two of Cups, love, relationships, Five of Pentacles. What else is coming towards Pisces in March of 2025? We got an Ace of Pentacles. Some of you are getting a new job opportunity. Finances look like they're going to improve for you if you have had anything regarding that. What is the Two of Cups in regards to? What is the Two of Cups in regards to? So, retrograde, Mercury and Venus retrograde, there is going to be some confusion there with some relationship stuff, but I also feel like you're going to be tapping more into what has been blocking you in your relationships here, so you can know how to really move forward. Nine of Swords reverse, the Fool card in reverse. So, yeah, Pisces, sometimes our minds can play tricks on us. Even I deal with this sometimes, where it's like, we don't always fully believe that people want us or love us or want to be with us, and we kind of reject ourselves from other people before they have a chance to reject us, or certain things we perceive as rejection are not actually rejection. Sometimes, you have to really be discerning about that. Sometimes it's like we think people are rejecting us, but maybe they just want some space. Maybe they just want some time to themselves, or it can be so many different things, but you have to make sure you have clarity on that. And while we're in retrograde season, it's not going to always be so clear where people's intentions lie, where they stand. And so you're going to have to dig deeper. You're going to have to figure out, how you're feeling, how other people are feeling, and not try to read their minds. Don't assume, because assumption leads to accusations. Assumption leads to accusations, which leads to the detriment of a relationship. When you just assume things, you assume everybody's motives, intentions 24/7. It's not possible. And there are some times where, of course, you can read people, and sometimes they're not being honest, but not all the time. When you read something, it's 100% like accurate, and that is the full picture. Okay, so try not to do that in March. I do feel like you're going to be connecting with somebody or trying to get closer to somebody, but there's also just these fears. There's this anxiety here, and you have to try not to self-sabotage by allowing your fears, your anxieties to get in the way of what's real, the connection, what's true. Okay, because there's some things here that have been under the surface that needs to be addressed with the Tower card in reverse. But yeah, over here, like I said, Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, I do see something stable coming in for career, finances, something that's a new project, maybe a new opportunity to work on. But at the same time, there's this 10 of Wands that you're carrying around. Get a little more information on the 10 of Wands, please, for Pisces, the 10 of Wands. Ace of Swords in reverse. I kind of feel like this 10 of Wands is definitely a mental thing. It's like the burden of uncertainty. It's like you carrying a burden of not knowing when. You're having to walk in the dark of something. 10 of Wands clarified by the Ace of Swords in reverse. So this uncertainty of mentally not being able to figure something out, not being able to know when something's going to come to fruition. 7 of Wands or 7 of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune, you're waiting for fate to kind of take over or change. It's like a timing thing. So you're like, oh my gosh, I just have to. Or some of you know when there's going to be an ending of some kind. Like, you're working towards something that you have to finish the project, or there's a certain deadline, and you're just kind of struggling to get there. You're like moving forward. Others of you don't know when the burden is going to get lighter. And so that's what is causing you to feel super heavy. And so I feel like that's where you're being asked to allow people in to help you, because there's something heavy that you're carrying, whether it's a mental thing, an emotional thing, a financial thing, a physical thing. And there are energies that are supposed to come in to help you and supposed to be there and support you. But because you have this fear of intimacy, you're trying to handle everything yourself, and you're, even for some of you, pushing people away or getting defensive when they do try to help you. And so there's lessons in regards to that, and allowing yourself to be vulnerable, and allowing yourself to trust the right people, and trying to work on your discernment and knowing who is there to really help you, not trying to hurt you. All right, so what is the advice for Pisces in March? What's the final advice for Pisces? 2 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, 6 of Wands. So there are some things you're going to have to, move around, work through. Why is the 7 of Swords here for advice? Why is the 7 of Swords here for advice? Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups. Anything else? Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, I definitely see a solid start here. For some of you, you're going to have to just fully acknowledge where things are, where you are. Get out of your head so much, then that restriction. You have the 8 of Swords here again. Remember, this was in your shadow work position. I'm going to read it to you one more time. Let me see. Where's the 8 of Swords? Okay, so Your own thinking and worry is trapping you. Seek advice from someone trustworthy and accomplished. Restricted and trapped. So you need a different mindset. You need a different perspective. Okay. And so your fear of intimacy is going to come from you getting help or getting some type of outside advice for a situation, and not, being so much in your own ego, like, oh, well, I can figure it out myself. Sometimes we need help. We all need a little bit of insight, other perspectives. And so, you taking the time in March to understand that you need that, or reach out to somebody, or, open your heart, be vulnerable. Knight and Queen of Cups is going to help you to heal. It's going to help you to figure things out. It's going to help you have this fresh new start, or have a solid ground to work on from there. And I see something being successful for you, something that you're going to celebrate here, but it does take a vulnerable moment. You have Seven of Swords, something that you're trying to avoid. You're trying to avoid connection, closeness, help, some of you. And you need that. You need that structure. You need that guidance. You need to take responsibility in some way for that. Okay. And try not to push things away, push people away that are trying to support you or help you. And, you have to get out that mindset that there's nobody ever wants to help you. It's not true. Even if people in the past have not wanted to help you, or there's certain people that, they didn't do a good job, or whatever the case may be. You can't have this all or nothing mindset. That is not a productive way to live. There's always gray areas. There's always what ifs. There's always possibilities here. But try not to project your past experiences of how this happened before. It's going to happen with this person, unless they have a pattern of being unreliable. Then, yeah, definitely don't rely on those people. But if these are people that you have not given a fair chance, or maybe you haven't asked, you haven't told them, just try, okay? And even if it doesn't work, that doesn't mean that it'll never work. And sometimes people can help, sometimes they can't. It doesn't mean that it's anything wrong with us, okay? So it's, looking at yourself, try not to take things so personally, and get a new perspective, because you're going to get out of whatever this is, but you do need some type of help, okay? And you have to be vulnerable if you need help. All right. So thank you guys for watching. If this reading resonated for you, please let me know in the comments down below. If you need that extra support, like I said, you need some help. Virgo and Pisces group, we are here for you 24/7. We got a Discord. The chat is always going. The chat is always there supporting. If you want to join, everything is in the description box down below. The patreon.com/Bronxology. That's the Virgo and Pisces group. I'm here for you. So yeah. Have a great March, Pisces. Let me know how it goes for you. I am at Tarot by Bronx and Mind Body Bronx on everything.